Hey FoxPack, Silent here, back with another video. How's it going? What's new in life? I can't wait to update you guys. This has been a long time coming. I've had videos on videos on videos I wanted to share and haven't yet, but we're about to dive in. Before we go to the studio, I am gonna work out. I normally go to sleep around 11, wake up at 4, my routine, right? And recently I've noticed that I used to work out on a gaming system. It's fun, it's just I didn't have enough space and sometimes I would get lazy. My sister, on the other hand, is a workout alcoholic, if that's a thing. And we started to go to the gym together because there's a new Planet Fitness that opened up by my house. And so we go 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week for an hour and a half, and we do different things. But today, surprisingly, all 3 of us woke up today and we decided to work out together. I am doing some things that I normally don't do, and we're slowly getting into working out again. It's been at this point maybe like 2 months, New Year's, new me's, but we started this in technically November and it's April now. And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I had baby arms. I was pressing or even lifting 20 pounds, sometimes nothing, to get my body back into working out. And so we really focus on what my sister does because she's the gymnast, and now I have a routine. And my goal usually is my abs. I love good abs and just a even proportioned body. So I don't want to work out my legs too much and my arms look like noodles, but then I also don't want to work out my arms too much and my legs looks like chicken wings or something like that, chicken legs. And so before we go to the studio, I'm just gonna keep working out with them, have a great time, chat it up, and hopefully I start looking like the Hulk. Actually, he's not that attractive. I start looking like someone attractive. I don't know who yet. Oh, how I've missed my studio. It's been forever. I feel like I haven't had dedicated studio time in a minute. I went on 2 trips this month, not even this month. I went on 2 trips this year. In February, I went on a trip with a group of artists. We went up north to a cabin, art lofts, stuff of that sort. If you're getting the vision, picture snow, ice, -degree weather, art supplies, print shop, local town, not that much to do, closes by 4 kind of vibes. And then I did a lot of work there. I did so much artwork there. And then I came back and I did the most randomest stuff. Like, I need to work on my website. I need to work on my artist statement. I really need to work on my artist statement. I need to apply for things. I want to start blind boxes. And so I've started all this stuff, but I haven't finished anything. Like, my website, pretty good. Artist statement, also pretty good. Everything's eventually slowly going to grow into what I want it to be. And I just haven't had dedicated studio time. So we're going to hop into the studio. What I really want to do is I want to start selling my work. And I want to manifest selling my work for the big bucks, for like millions, not even millions. I'll take a couple thousands, 10,000, 20,000 for like even the small pieces. They deserve love. They deserve a nice home where I know they're safe and my pockets are also safe too. I don't want to undervalue myself, and I feel like a lot of artists shouldn't undervalue yourself. And so my goal today in the studio is to figure out what art I'm gonna sell instead of just throwing it all away, instead of just giving it all away. I went through all of them and I realized there's some where I'm just like, I really can't confidently sell this piece of work, even though I did the work. I like it for what it was and not for what it is right now. What I have to do is I have to pick which ones I'm gonna keep and which ones I'm gonna paint over. And part of me wants to do this thing, and I have been doing this for months. If you haven't catched my streams, I have been streaming more on YouTube and Twitch, and you'll see this process where I have old pieces and I keep parts of the paintings, and then I just paint whatever I want on it, like my new style, my new art form. And it's been going great. And so Right now, you're just gonna see me gesso a lot. A lot of gessoing, a lot of chilling in the studio, a lot of sitting on the floor and making art. By the end of the day, I want those to be dry. And so next time, whenever I can get back into the studio, it'll probably be months later, we can work on that. Pause. I did finish the gesso. I promise I did. I wanted to do some more work while that dries because I realized I didn't have anything I wanted to paint in particular. So I have these canvases drying and ready to paint, but no sketches. And so I realized because I have multiple tasks that I need to get done, eventually I'll organize it maybe next week on what is important from most important to least important so we can actually finish the task. I need to make prints and I need to make stickers. And so right now I'm just gonna resize my prints so I can have a consistent size for my website and my Etsy. For my website, I wanna have prints that are based on my original art pieces that will never sell again. Limited edition, very rare. And so I'm thinking of charging, and you guys, we can talk this through. I'm thinking of charging like $100 to $200 per print because remember, I want to start making an income, but I also want it to be affordable. And so on my website, those are the only places where you'll find my art, like my paintings and my prints of the paintings, and maybe some original blind boxes where I'm doing sketches and I don't have copies of it, or I have a limited amount of copies. And then on my Etsy, I'm gonna have more of my like really affordable stuff. Hopefully this economy, nothing's affordable, but I'm gonna try to make it affordable. But I'm gonna have digital prints. So anything I do on my iPad, anything I do, any digital assets of mine, I want to sell on Etsy because I know I can sell them in two forms. I can do a print and then I can do a digital download. Like, hey, if you want this piece, come grab it. But if you don't want the physical one and you just want it for like a background, here's that. And then on top of that, I want to add stickers, keychains, blind boxes, and stuff like that. It's more commercial based art. This is my first time making stickers. I don't know why it took me this long. I feel like it's always been one of those projects where I was gonna do it eventually. It just never happened. I'm playing some music, I'm working on the iPad. I'm doing this technique on Procreate where I uploaded my stickers into PNGs, and if they weren't already on Procreate, because some of the stickers I actually made on Procreate, so I uploaded the ones that aren't on Procreate, and the ones that are on Procreate, just flatten them so they're just one layer. And then there's like this process where you make it white, you double the layer, you pass it to a friend, you know, you do all this stuff. And I can probably remember how to do it again, and I'll make a short video if you want. But you make a white outlining of the piece so then it looks like an outlining for the sticker. I don't know. And so I was playing around with that. I'm gonna print it. I have a Canon Pro printer. If you're an artist, please apply for grants. That's how I afford most of my stuff, is with grants, because you know the starving artist it's a possibility. And sometimes you'll have a state like Minnesota that supports art for the most part and give grants. And with my grants, I get technology like printers, and so I don't have to always buy or pay someone to make my prints. I can do it for myself. It's a little dusty, don't mind that. I just haven't used it in a while. And so we have the printer, and not only that, we have a Cricut. And so I have these cut out, I have these printed and formatted in the Cricut thing. I can't remember what it's called. I have it printed and formatted in the way that we need it to. I'm just gonna have the Cricut trace everything that needs to be traced and then see how it works. I feel like it started working. I saw the vision. It wasn't going deep enough, so I ran it through the Cricut one more time. The lining didn't align, which sadly it didn't align, and so I printed a couple more and I kept running it through to fix the settings. Once you get the settings right, you're golden. I had to make sure it was heavy weighted paper, even though the paper felt light to me. And so yeah, made some stickers, did some work. I feel like nothing is complete yet until we complete it, and that will take time. Only time will tell what this process looks like. Here are the stickers. I really love the vibe of them. I love the colors. I had to figure out how to make sure they're water soluble, so I'm gonna get a clear coat of something to put over it. But until then, let's just finish making some stickers. Alright, FoxPack, that's the end of the video. I hope you vibed out, and like always, if you did, thanks for vibing, thanks for chilling, and thanks for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget to tell me what videos you want to see in the future. I'm trying to do this branding. I'm trying to create a brand for myself where I do art, but I'm an artist living in the world. So let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. Until then, I hope you are taking care of yourself. Get some rest, drink some water, do all that beautiful things. And I'm going to do the same. With that being said, I'm out, you're out, peace out, bye.